What's up, guys? Today we're going to be going over every prismatic and OP unit in Spongebob Tower Defense. So that includes a few exotics and of course the divine. And we're going to be going over the best ones for you to get and rank them on our tier list. Now, before we hop in the video, I'm doing a giveaway. I know a lot of you guys still need the AFK luck game passes. So make sure you guys smash a like on the video. At 500 likes, I'm going to be giving away this Ultra AFK Game Pass. So if you guys want to enter the giveaway, like the video, comment down below your Roblox username, and subscribe to the channel and lock it in. Let's get it, guys. All right, here we go. So here's our current tier list. If I missed any units on here, you can comment down below and I'll add them in the next version. But as you can see, there is a whole lot going on. Now, let's start off with the pets. I'm just going to rank all the pets. There's only one pet that you guys must get, and I'm gonna be honest, guys, it is very, very easy to get nowadays. The reason being is they keep adding in XP boosts, and it's getting to the point where I have so many. Like, I honestly, I don't even claim all my rewards. They need to add like a max claim or something, because like it's getting a little bit ridiculous. So let's just say this stuff is really easy to get, and it's only 15 for the shiny Wumbo. So I'm gonna be perfectly honest, this is going to take any pro player like minutes to get. Like, this is so, in fact, I might even try to freaking 5-star mine. So if anybody wants to help me 5-star my snail fail, let me know down below. We might have to get a superstar snail fail. Like, I'm not joking. Like, this is so easy to get. It's actually crazy. So for that reason, guys, snail fail is the best. Plus it has the best placement count. So I'm gonna rank it very high. Now the rest of the units, the pets, they don't actually increase the placement count. Now there is two I'm gonna rank highly, and that is mainly because they are very, very easy to superstar, which is going to get you a pretty nice bump. So as far as pets go that are easy to superstar, SPU is the easiest to superstar. I'm going to rank him pretty high up there. I'm gonna also be honest, guys, Clam is pretty easy to get in the shiny Wumbo version, so I'm going to rank him pretty high. I will say though, T119A is probably a pretty good bet too to superstar, but he's now unobtainable. Lab Squidward was pretty common for a while. This guy's already been ranked, so I don't know why he's there. I'll just put them both there because there's actually two versions. You can get the normal version pretty easily, so I'll just put that there to represent that. Like, it's actually scary easy to get. Like, it can take like 10 minutes and a friend and you can get it. So like, easiest prismatic pet to get. So as far as what I would recommend stacking, definitely snail fail, and then whatever you guys can superstar or highly star and level up, and you'll be having a really, really good time. All right, next let's start off with the prismatic units. All right, now we need to set a baseline. All right, we're gonna say C tier is going to be our baseline unit. Now, who is our baseline unit, guys? Now, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. The baseline unit has to be somebody that everybody can obtain very easily. And you know what? The baseline unit, guys, is actually upgraded. I'm gonna upgrade the baseline unit to Bunny Pearl. Okay, so Bunny Pearl is our baseline. She is a pierce unit, poison, and 30 million damage. So yes, guys, this used to be the prismatic tier list, but I'm gonna be honest, as you guys see, whew, let's just say there's a lot of prismatics that are about to get dogged on by our girl Pearl. So keep that in mind. So I'm also going to be going over how to obtain all of them real quick as well, if you guys wanted to know. I'm not going to showcase their attacks because their damage and AoEs matter a lot more. So next up, let's go over starting with the OG prismatics. So we have some of the OGs right here, and they have to be 30 million. So the OG, guys, is the square pants. Look at this, guys. 7.5 million and line, which is way worse than pierce. Yes, guys, square pants is 100% outdated. And the thing is, you can even star her and superstar her fairly easily. So I'm gonna be perfectly honest, any unit below her, I can't even recommend touching. So let's just go spam a bunch of units there. And yeah, so this was the OG Robux one. Not good at all. Honestly, guys, this guy right here is obtainable in the index rewards. And look at that, guys, 5 million base. I'm sorry, but Pearl is doing 6 times the damage. So not worth it. Now, who else is not worth it? Gary, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be honest. Gary, Blackjack, again, used to be at the chest, not worth it. Spatula used to be pretty good, but probably the hardest to obtain, so I'm gonna put it at the bottom. All right, who else is kind of trash now? Okay, let's take a look at Crabs. Now, Crabs was one of the better exotics. All right, 2 million full AoE. I'm sorry, but that does not beat it. That's also going in the D tier. All right, I believe that also means this guy's not good. Oh my gosh, this guy sucks. Why is he even in this list? This guy shouldn't even be on the list anymore. I might have to remove him, dude. All right, this guy's trash. All right, you know what? I'm gonna have to make another tier, dude. I'm just gonna say like delete. I don't know, man. All right, yeah, add a. All right, this is the pets tier, so we're gonna add a row below, and we're just gonna say just don't, just F. We'll just say F tier. Bang and bang. Just don't with those. They don't even qualify anymore. All right, next up we got Big Mama. Now, Big Mama is obtainable in the card index rewards. So let's see how good she is. Big Sister Sam, 6 million in full AoE. Funnily enough, guys, that actually, wow. I'm gonna be honest, that is gonna put her in the C tier. Not as good as Bunny, but she is full AoE, which actually might stack up. And look at that, guys, 6 million. So she is a full AoE version of basically every other Prismatic in the game. She's doing more DPS than dang near everybody. So let's just say Big Sister Sam and Pearl clap the old Prismatics. All right, Sticky Fins. I am actually going to rank Sticky Fins a little bit higher because he's actually dumb stupid to obtain. Like, anybody can, like, I'm going to show you this, guys, right now. This is actually kind of crazy. So I'm going to unequip. Oh, wait, equip best. All right, you know what? I don't even know if that is the best, but we'll take it. All right, I'm just going to equip, like, a unit that I know everybody can get pretty easily. All right, do I still have a Bunny Pearl? All right, you know what? I'm just going to equip a Bunny Pearl, and I'm not even going to, I'm just going to level it up to max. All right. Oh, wow, I'm broke. I'm just going to level it up to max. All right, 60 million damage, and I'm just going to throw a couple traits on it. And I want to show you how diabolically easy it is to get Sticky Fins. All right, and we're just going to throw, you know, I'm just going to throw a Power Patty, you know? So there we go. All stuff you guys can easily get, I would hope. All right, and of course, this freaking, you know, I'm not going to put a King Neptune's crown. We're just going to throw a secret formula on her. All right, and obviously, I do have good pets, but, you know, I'm just going to try to do this to speed run it to show you how easy it is. So, like, Sticky Fins is probably the easiest pet to get. I mean, the easiest Prismatic to get in the game because you literally just have... Okay, well, look at this, guy. This is about to be crazy. Like, you can be... This is with just an exotic, guys. And I didn't even put anything really good trait-wise on it. So, like, honestly, you can beat it so fast. Just imagine equipping a few more pets. You can just really, really solo it. And honestly, you can get Sticky Fins so easily, so... I'm going to rank Sticky Fins a little bit higher than the damage would suggest, but like Sticky Fins, pretty easy to get. All right, next up we have a few more old Prismatics, which I'm going to speed run because as you guys can pretty much tell, a lot of the Prismatics are now trash. So I'm just going to speed run some other trash ones. Snow Sponge, another one of those Robux ones, trash, absolute trash, unfortunately. Who else would be absolutely trash now? I think he might be the last one that's absolutely trash. All right, is U2's Fred good now? Let me check that real quick. I'm gonna have to add him to my list if he's actually good now. All right, U2's Fred is bad. Okay, I'm not counting 1.4 million. That's really bad, but he is very good for his chest ability. So keep that in mind for U2's Fred. If you guys want to know why he's not on the list, it's because his damage is just not worth it, like whatsoever. All right, Snow Sponge, honestly, right about, I don't know. I never really tested it. And unfortunately, that also means Ringmaster Crabs, guys, is pretty bad. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I wouldn't recommend even bothering for any of these Prismatics right here. Just not really worth your time. All right, we have a few random units that might not, like, survive on this list very long. For example, we have, I don't even know why he's on here. We got Lucky Sponge. Again, I'm not even putting Lucky Sponge on the list. I don't know why he's on there. He was a newer unit. And then we also have the exotic. All right, I think that's just St. Patrick. Unfortunately, St. Patrick just kind of fell off as well. Yeah, I'm sorry, but St. Patrick I don't even think qualifies on this list. So I'm gonna put St. Patrick in the F tier as well. Just not really that worth it. All right, now we have some newer Prismatics that might cross the barrier of being better than Pearl. So here we go. Let's go over some of the newer Prismatics. Some of these are pretty rare and had a lot of trading value. Kenny the Cat, guys, 12 million in line AoE. That's not even close to as good as Pearl. So that's actually going into the D tier. Still not worth it. All right, Leprechauns, 150 million. That's insane, guys. All right, Leprechaun, 150 million is crazy work. So Leprechaun definitely deserves S tier. Easter Bunny is a slightly better version of Leprechaun. I'm very close to the Superstar, 180 million. Same stats. So I'm gonna be honest, Leprechaun definitely still going into the S tier as well as the Easter Bunny. These event units are pretty cracked. All right, next up we have Abrasive Spongebob. All right, Abrasive Spongebob is only 70 million for a single target. Funnily enough, I believe that might technically be better for bosses than Pearl, but overall I would definitely recommend Pearl over that. However, I will say this guy might be easier to Superstar, so I'm gonna give him the slight edge over Pearl, but I'm gonna be honest, in some scenarios Pearl is better and Pearl is way easier to max. However, this guy does have a built-in Superstar, so if you can somehow manage to trade for those, really good. And I know sometimes the card packs have like no value at all, so it really just depends on how the market goes for those as to how easy he is to obtain. But I would say in general, he's pretty easy to obtain. All right, Sponge Boy, 75 million in splash damage. Looks like he is actually a better version than Abrasive Spongebob, so he's gonna be our first A tier unit. All right, next up we have Spongebob. Spongebob used to be goated, 120 million line AoE. Technically speaking, that is, I believe the math says that's actually way worse than Pearl. So I'm gonna put him right there. I think that's pretty fair. All right, let's take a look at Planktopoulos. 40 million, guys. Compared to Pearl, that is only slightly better. However, that is enough for him to make it to the B tier. And I'm gonna be honest, I'll take full AoE. Ooh, actually, he might be, honestly, I'll put him in A tier, honestly. Because like full AoE is definitely worth it over splash damage. Like, especially if you have 2 bosses on the map, definitely worth it. Okay, I do have one of him. I remember him being decently okay. I'm gonna put him up there in the B tier, but he's basically impossible to get though, so I don't really know how to rank him. Like, you just gotta be dumb lucky to get that guy. All right, and unfortunately, he's not even that good anymore. Like, I can't even recommend getting him. Like, he's just not worth it. All right, Dumpster Patrick, 50 million single is honestly, technically speaking, I'd probably say right in line with Spongebob. Spongebob might have a slight edge. It's close. Janet and Marty obviously is Spongebob, just reloaded. So keep that in mind. Sanitation Robot, I remember him being okay. 65 million single. Honestly, not as good as Spongebob. Spongebob was what, 75 million single? So I believe he's actually right there. And now the thing about these two is they're very easy to superstar, and this guy you might be able to trade for pretty easily as well. All right, Tiki Robots. They used to be, they kind of keep printing a lot of them. 123,000 exist. Like, that's 10 times as much. And honestly, 65 million line is really bad. Like, I'm gonna be real, that's not worth it. Like, that's worse, way worse than Spongebob. I'd probably put it right there. All right, yeah, honestly, not end of the world, but not the greatest either. Probably better even without the full AoE, so not bad. All right, the Divine unit, 245 for 0.1 with the ability. I'm gonna be honest, ridiculously expensive to place, but there's no unit that compares right now to the Divine. You kind of have to have the Divine in your loadout if you're going for infinite leaderboards, for sure. All right, Cuddly Crab, whenever I tested it, it was really good. I'm gonna be honest, Cuddly Crab, I'll have to put in the S tier as well. It depends on where you want it. It is the best damage full AoE in the game. However, it's ridiculously hard to get, and 100,000 Robux per unit is kind of crazy. So keep that in mind, especially when the other 3 superstars, like, I mean, this easy to superstar. So I would say in general, like, considering how easy these 2 superstars are to get, I wouldn't really recommend going for Cuddly Crab unless you could somehow get lucky and get the superstar. Like, I don't even know how you would do that. That's 100,000 Robux. So 30 million Hans, honestly, single target is not even as good as her. So that's going to put right about there, I want to say. Depending on, yeah, honestly, might be better than Tiki Robots. It's close, but Pearl is just better, so. And then we have Scottish Cheeks is actually worse than Pearl. So, yeah, I'm gonna be honest right there. Pearl is better. So, there's our tier list, guys. To be perfectly honest, what we've learned from this tier list is Pearl is the best unit in the game. Like, best value for your money. 30 million and easy to superstar, like relatively easy to superstar. I'm gonna be honest, guys, like, she's just crazy OP. Like, I highly recommend Pearl. Anyways, catch you guys in the next one, and peace.